Hey y'all, it's Cindy Cobb with Around the Town in the South, and I am here at the Old Capitol Inn in Jackson, Mississippi. It is a beautiful place to come and not only do an event, but you can spend the night here. It is absolutely beautiful. We want to thank Nandy and her amazing staff for allowing us to do this vlog here. Y'all, I'm sitting here with two women that I have admired for the last 10 years. I met them 10 years ago in June. We met at another function at the Strawberry Cafe, and I was in awe of everything that they do in the community, but especially for this organization. So I'm sitting with Jamie Woods-Dull and Tammy Bouchillon. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so excited, and we're going to lead up to talking about the Dates for Leukemia event in just a few minutes. But how I got involved, I had moved home. I met these ladies in June, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a call that says, "Can you please think about being in the Dates for Leukemia as a bachelorette to be auctioned off?" And I said, "I don't know anybody." And they said, we'll help you have a ball. And I did. I got my package together in like 2 weeks, and I had so much fun. I made so many connections that I still have today because of that event. So thank you, ladies.
And Cindy was a top seller as well. We need to put
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for that. Hey, I need to be in it again. That's the thing they don't let you. But as I'm thinking about doing this event this year with the Around the Town in the South, I don't know the story. I don't know how they got started. So I said, this is a perfect time for them to tell us how the Dates for Leukemia events that got started. So, y'all, how did it get started?
2001, we had a group of people that kind of threw the idea around, and Tammy and I were in it, both participants in it the first year. And there were others involved in the beginning, but they've kind of dwindled out, and now it's just Tammy and I
Taking the reins. Well, that's awesome.
A lot of people didn't say single, but we did for a while. Now Jamie has left the single ranks. But anyway, it's a wonderful organization. Leukemia Lymphoma Society is the world's largest health agency that's dedicated to blood cancers, and their mission is to cure research for curing leukemia and other blood cancers, and just improving the quality of life for patients and patients' families. And so that's where your money goes. All the money we raise is going to help fund cures. And just in the almost 20 years we've been involved, there have been incredible strides made, new drugs that have been developed that have increased the quality of life for these patients. And if I can get one other plug in, Jamie and I are just volunteers for MLS. And my day job is I do marketing for Mississippi Blood Services. And that is another incredible way to help leukemia patients.
Very much.
Cancer patients use more blood and blood products than any other medical condition. So please, if you can give blood, we have a summer shortage right now.
Absolutely. We love the Mississippi Blood Services, and I love sharing y'all's. I share their posts a lot on my stories where they're parked. They're a big fan, which I love that. So thank you for telling us that. You know, a lot of people don't know these ladies have been involved in a lot of organizations, and I know that you still are involved somewhat, but this is a love for y'all. And I know that one of your friends you started in this, and y'all just took the reins.
Yeah, around the time of 2001, we had a friend that worked for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and we were doing fundraisers, I think a lot for Make-A-Wish and different other organizations, and she kind of pulled us on board. We loved the mission, we loved the organization, and it just never stopped.
That is awesome. It's amazing what two ladies can do with their connections. You couldn't do this without the people who are involved. Part of this is, like I told you, they auction off, I'm gonna put it in that way, single men and single women, bachelor and bachelorette. So as you are, you've got to have some stories that when you're asking men and women to be in this, because it's intimidating. It's kind of scary to be put up on the chopping block, I'll call. And it's really fun, especially when they get to walk in front of there and they get to do the little dance, and it has evolved. Like when I first did it, we just walked up there. I was nervous as a rat. My knees were shaking. Now they will dance out and they will prance and do all kinds of things, which is amazing what y'all have, kind of brought them in to do to showcase their personalities.
Exactly.
And we have had some great stories that have come out of the Dates for Leukemia. We do try to tell people you probably are not going to meet Mr. Right, but
you might meet Mr. Right now, though,
or Mrs. Right, but it can happen. We have Cindy and Paul Toucher that will be married now 13 years in November. And
now Cindy bid it on him, right?
Cindy bought Paul and another package. I don't know that she ever went on the other date, but obviously her and Paul hit it off.
So there are success stories.
And then we do have another one that was has been married 14 years, Julie and Mark Evans. So that's kind of unusual, but like we say, it can happen. Just don't go into it expecting that.
So when you just said the date package, when you say that, people go, what does that mean? Tell us what these Bachelor and Bachelorettes do and how they get their packages.
Okay, well actually we task them with going out and getting items donated. They create their own package. Mm-hmm. And there's usually activities, so they can actually have a date if they want to go to dinner or dancing. And then they get a lot of other items as well. Mm-hmm. And we have got beach trips, we've got bed and breakfast weekends, we've got skydiving.
Oh, wow.
We've got all kinds of restaurants and sporting events. There are some great things being auctioned off. They're big, elaborate packages. And it's for anybody, to not have to be another single person, right? Jamie,
Right.
her husband usually buy a package.
Yeah. Or two.
So I know this did start out as a singles event because there's not a lot of singles things that goes on around town. You were telling me that a few minutes, so tell me that.
Yeah, at the time there were a lot of galas around town, but it was mostly when you went there were couples or you had to have a date. So we decided we would just create some events for single people to meet other single people. And of course it's not just for singles. We have tons of couples that come, but it's just, it's a way, especially for people new in town like yourself.
Yes, it is. It is. Singles and couples, because the connections you make, we were talking about that. But back to that, so what she means is the Bachelors and Bachelorettes are definitely single, needless to say, but it's evolved because, like they said, some of the couples have married, and then some of the couples like coming to the event, so they come and they'll buy the package. They don't go on the dates, but they buy the packages and they enjoy the packages, which I think is great.
Right. And what a lot of our singles like about this is it's not a live auction. You're not going to be up on the auction block with people yelling out prices.
Right.
We write up your package. It's displayed on the table next to your
With
photograph.
a beautiful picture. Who's doing the picture this year?
Lisa Sadal. And she has some beautiful photos. If you want to see them, you can go to this month's Northside Sun magazine, the July issue. They're all in there. And so you're bidding on these packages in silent auction style.
That's awesome.
So there's you're buying a big package of stuff. So lots of people going together and they just split up the items because there's so much stuff in there.
It's a lot of fun. I can tell you it's an event you don't want to miss. We're going to talk about that in just 2 minutes because it is coming up. If you can think back to one event or one thing that's come out of this that, has, if someone says, tell us one sentence about bachelor leukemia, what would it be that keeps you doing this, keeps you in the game, keeps you excited about this?
Probably our friendships.
That's what I was going to say.
We have a lot of people that have formed large groups. There's a Facebook page, Circle of Dates. Once you're in the club. And there have just been lifelong friendships that have been made for people who experience this event together.
Yeah, we were talking about the connections. I had just come to town and I had gone to PWA. Then I went for the Boa Bays, Boa Bays back in the day. And that's how I met these ladies. And I'm telling you, when I walked in and met everyone, I had connections that to this day we're good friends. And we have a friend, Ball. We're going to talk about Ball below Ball.
I saw him on one of your podcasts.
Yeah, his marketing company. He's great. If you need anything marketing, call him. But anyway, you see the connections that he made through y'all's event that he still has to this day, and that says a lot about the organization. It really does.
Exactly. We have a lot of people that continue to support us, and even shout to Michelle McGee. She has been involved for several years, and she always sends us fresh meat.
It's fresh meat. I love it. All right, so let's talk about the event.
And we have never had the same bachelor or bachelorette. Once you participated, then you can't do it.
And they're not lying because I begged to do it the last 3 or 4 years. Let me back in because I'm still single. But it is what it is. Maybe they'll come back around on their 25th anniversary and let us do it if we're still single. But anyway, let's talk about the event. It's July the 25th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and tell us the time and the attire and all that.
It is from 7 till 11, and it's a cocktail event, so the ladies like to get dressed up and wear their dresses. The guys will sometimes wear suits or just wear a jacket, but girls like to get dressed up a little more than the guys.
And who's the music?
Ronnie McGee.
Oh,
and,
awesome.
Grant and
and Gavin.
They have a great band. great music.
There's live music, lots of food, cocktails. What else could you?
A lot of dancing. Every year, the dancing, they're dancing till right to 11 o'clock. They don't want the band to leave.
We also have a raffle.
Yes,
Oh,
called
okay.
Date in a Box.
Oh,
And-
Date in a Box.
Yes, and it's not attached to one of the date packages. We sell raffle tickets, and we always have great items in the Date in a Box. Some of them,
So is Date in a Box, that means there's no person attached to it, it's
No.
just things in a box.
right, and
How
it's
cool.
it's a raffle. You
We
can
sell
buy-
raffle tickets.
Got raffle tickets for that. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's something I didn't know about. That's awesome. Y'all, listen, the event's going to be great. It's here at the Old Capitol Inn. If you don't want to drive after you dance and have a few cocktails, you might want to stay here. Their packages are great. Call the front desk. Tell them you want to stay the night. Their rooms are absolutely beautiful. I cannot thank y'all enough for what you do in the community, not just with this group. You ladies are always promoting and helping people. Your hearts are beautiful. And I just love y'all. I fell in love with y'all 10 years ago, and I still do.
That's
And
so
I thank
sweet.
you for what you're
That's so
doing.
sweet.
I have. They're awesome. So I'm going to link the information on the description. If you have any questions, you can contact me or these ladies. There is an event page. It's only for the event, and I'll link that on there too, that you can ask questions or whatever. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us today, and thank y'all for joining us. We cannot do this without our sponsors. Northpark Mall, if you need your cocktail dress, they have a lot of really, really cute shops in there. You can pop in there, and you guys can find you a jacket and a hat or whatever. Also, Kim Goodson, Crye-Leike Realtors, if you're looking to buy or sell, she's a top agent in our area. Her whole thing is the experience. And I've bought several houses from her, and it is the experience. I absolutely love her. And not Perfect Place, I got one more. Nandy's Candy, Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here. It's 38 years old. Listen, if you're looking for some nostalgic candies or a snowball, they have all kinds of things for gifts. We love them. Pop in there and show them some Mississippi love. They're also online if you want to order. So thank y'all for joining us, and thank you for joining me. And y'all, we'll see you around the town.